there, viewers, and welcome back to South Main Auto. Haha, fooled you. You're stuck with me instead. Well, guys and gals, I've been doing YouTube videos for about 8 years now, and I'm on my second video camera. I started out with some kind of a Sony at first, and it was just kind of a low-po camera. It wasn't HD or anything like that. I don't know much about it. It was just a camera. That's what I started out with. So my early stuff through about the first couple of years looked terrible because they were with a terrible camera. And then I got the camera you're looking at this video through, which is a Samsung H60 or something like H80, something like that. But I bought that to replace the Sony because the Sony started having problems. It started getting glitchy. Sometimes the screen wouldn't work, stuff like that. So I think I gave it to my brother, who's never used it once, to my knowledge. And so I've been using that one since then, and it works fine. And it's reliable. Had any problems with it. But it's only a 720p camera, and it's HD, but it's only 720p. And back in 2012, that was pretty good. But as time has marched on, then you can do better. So since you all have been so generous to watch my channel and sit through the ads and all that generate revenue for the channel, the least I can do is start upgrading my equipment to make your experience more enjoyable. Now, the one thing I can't upgrade is me, so whatever my deficiencies are, there's nothing you can do about it. This is it. This is as good as I'm going to get. But the cameras, we can improve because things have really gotten, nicer cameras have kept going down in price, I guess you'd say, just like television, So you wait long enough, you can get something really nice and not have to pay a whole lot for it. But nevertheless, I went out tonight and bought a camera. And so it's going to give me 3 cameras to use. I use my cell phone every once in a while. I've got a Galaxy S6, which takes very nice videos and very nice pictures. That's part of what convinced me to go ahead and buy a camera, because the cell phone does better videos than the dedicated camera does. But the cell phone, using it's kind of problematic because you have to interface it to the computer and get your files onto the computer, and it's kind of a struggle to get the computer to accept the phone connection sometimes. And then when it does, you can't, like the camera, I can hook the camera directly up to the computer, and I could just pick a video off the camera and just paste it right onto the upload page of YouTube and just go from there and upload it. It's like nothing. But the cell phone won't do that, I guess, because the file extension is different, or just the way the kind of video it is. Could be different. Not sure. Haven't looked at it. But anyway, it's a couple of extra steps, so I don't use the cell phone that much. So anyway, got in the car and went on down to Hunts Vegas down there and picked up a camera for you guys. So let's check it out, shall we? See what we got. And here it is. This is a Kodak Jiffy 616 camera. And I'm just telling you now, I did not spare any expense buying a camera for you guys. It's got this nice retro style. It's got twin DAR lens. You can go 5 to 10 feet or beyond 10 feet, it's your selection. So it's got zoom, manual zoom. It's kind of heavy, but it's nice and metal, so it should hold up a long time. It's got some manuals with it. Picture taken with a Jiffy Kodak 620 and 616, and tells you how to do snapshots at night with pan film. So, like I said, normally I wear things out before I replace them, but I thought in this case, it's worth it. You all are worth it. So here it is. I think this is going to do well for me. And So no telling, by the time I have to buy another camera, no telling what kind of advance. If you think this thing's cutting edge, just wait till what we get down the road another 3 or 4 or 5 years. It'll be amazing. So, hope you enjoyed that. We'll look at this new camera. Yeah, I know you're probably sitting there thinking, this guy's nuts. Alright, this is the actual camera I bought. It's a GoPro Hero 5 Black. And so, I've never had a GoPro. I know a lot of people use them and they seem like they're a good thing to have as far as like action photography. And I did some deliberating and some research about what kind of camera I wanted to buy. And so the main thing for me was to get as much, as good a picture quality potentially as I could for the money. And so they had one of these that is like just a Hero HD, and the difference is that the Hero HD it's a 1080p camera with up to 60 frames per second, I guess, depending on the mode you put it in. Or this one, which is a 4K camera with 30 frames per second, and you can research all that to death if you want to. I researched it enough to kind of get an idea that I wanted to grow into a camera, not grow out of one. So I went ahead and got this one. Since it's a 4K, I may not render my videos in 4K. I may just downrate them to 1080. We'll see. Because I have a pretty good editing program, and the computer is pretty capable of running it. So takes 12 meg pictures. I think, I don't know this thing can take pictures, but they're not very good. I don't use it for that normally. So the only thing about this I think is going to be different, it's going to take some getting used to, is it doesn't have a zoom on it, but that zoom has been kind of a love-hate relationship with it anyway. So anyway, we're going to get into this thing. I'm going to learn about using GoPros, and I think I can wear this on a strap around me, so I'm going to probably do some of that where I can. Let's see, it says on the side what it's got. I was supposed to get an SD card with this. I hope I got it. Probably not. Anyway, I don't know what all this is. We've got battery, cable. That's probably the strap right there. And another cable and something and something. Anyway, pretty neat camera. I think it's, can be good to have. So maybe this will expand the horizons here of this channel as far as content. I know somebody's going to say, you shouldn't buy that one. You should buy something else. You got it. But this is what I bought. I paid for it. It's mine. It's staying there. And I'll tell you what, this is not even a high-end camera as far as I'm concerned. And it was already over 300 clams for this thing. So, but you all are worth it. So, anyway. So anyway, there we go, guys. Don't dump it on the floor. Got a new camera, and we'll use this one as a backup, or maybe use it to do some driving video stuff with. But I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of consumed with that Chrysler. So for the next predictable future, there's not going to be much anything else besides Chrysler stuff. So I hope you don't get too bored. I'll try to mix it up as I can, but it's hard for me, and let me say this how I mean it. It's hard for me to tear myself away from doing something I want to be on, like the Chrysler or the Plymouth, and go do a driving video or something along those lines, because it's just tough for me to do that, because I have to, it kind of takes my whole mindset and changes it 180 degrees, and then I have to come back to what I was doing there. So I kind of like to stay along with things. So it's going to be a lot of Chrysler stuff and a lot of detailed stuff. There's going to be a lot of geeky date code stuff and all that. That's just the way it's going to be. That's what I want to do. So I was going to also mention real quick that you've not seen much of Phil lately, and I've not seen much of Phil lately either. I haven't seen Phil, as a matter of fact, in person since the end of May, when he came and picked that pickup truck up. And mid-May, I guess. I think it's mid-May, actually. And I talked to him once since then, back at the end of May, and that's it. I haven't been able to get a hold of him and anything like that. So I'm a little bit worried about him, but I just kind of want to explain something that Phil's a good friend. He's a good guy and he's a lifelong friend. He's not a relative, he's just a friend. But I don't get, let me say this so it doesn't sound like I'm being cold-hearted, but I just, the way Phil lives his life and the way he's always lived his life, from day to day, from month to month, year to year, you know, if something were to happen to him, I'd feel terrible about it, but I would not be surprised about it because he's on the fringe. He's one of these people that lives on the fringe at all times. You know, he takes his medicine when he can afford it, when he can get there, when he remembers it. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he has enough money to keep his phone on. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he has enough money to pay his water bill or electric bill. Sometimes he doesn't. You know, he lives with that roommate up there he's known for 20 years, I guess. And they're tighter than me and Phil are because, for whatever reason, because I guess the guy's from Michigan also, and that's just the way people are. They tend to be a little bit closer to folks that are from where they are, I guess. And so, you know, Phil's, like I said, Phil's a good friend. He's very dependable, and he's a good-hearted guy. But when Phil wants to keep you at arm's length about something, he'll do so. And so you can't, you know, when you hear things like, well, Bud, I hadn't heard from you in forever, or Bud, I really missed you, or Bud, you got a call, or Bud, or this, or, you know, well, I'm sorry, Bud, this hadn't, you know, you have to just keep it in context that it's, you know, if he wanted me to worry about him more, he'd give me more to worry about. If he wanted me to help him with things more, he'd give me more to help him with, and he does neither. So he just, it's just the way he is. He keeps his arm length. So, you know, Phil lives his life the way he wants to live it. So basically the shape he's in from day to day, the way he lives and his health and stuff like that, I'm much more surprised that he's still kicking along than I would be that he was not. So if we find out at some point maybe something's happened to Phil, if he's passed on or he's in jail or whatever, moved back to Michigan, didn't tell anybody, you know, I hate that. I feel terrible about any of it, but wouldn't be shocked about it. Let's put it that way. And so stay tuned. We'll see what's up. He's more than likely going to call me out of the blue one day here and just act like nothing happened, because when we talked last, he was supposed to be trying to find the title to that Plymouth out there, that green one. I gave him the title to it. I don't know what he did with it, but he said, I'll call you when I find it. He never did. So Phil tends to do that. Phil tends to, when he's kind of put on the spot about something, he's well known to kind of ignore it or ignore you. You know, he doesn't mean anything bad about it, but he just doesn't want to confront bad news, you know. So let's hope Phil's okay and doing okay, but, you know, like I said, I just don't. You know, I've given him the speeches and the recommendations and the suggestions about how to improve his lot in life, and he agrees with you. He's agreeable, but it's just talk is all it is, and I've learned since a long time ago, it's all just talk. So whatever he says, you know, it's just basically just lip service. You know, Judge Kenneth White always threw Phil under the bus every chance he had, and he's right about some of it, but, you know, if you're going to be friends with somebody, at some point you just have to accept that that's the way they are, and that's the way Phil is, or was, or is. I hope he just is. So, you know, if anybody's waiting on any change from Phil, it's not going to happen. Phil's gonna live a life that is paycheck to paycheck, or income to income, and day to day, and pawn shop to pawn shop, title loan to title loan, for as long as he's got left to live here. That's just it. That's the way he is. That's it. No change. Don't anybody expect change, and don't ask, and don't say anything about it to try to encourage him. I mean, I appreciate it, but he is what he is. So knowing Phil, what's more than likely than anything is that he's probably okay, but he's probably either sold the truck, wrecked the truck, or somebody stole the truck, or something bad happened to the truck, and he knows, he already expects that I'd get upset about it. He's been staying mum about it. But I'm telling you honestly, I don't give a crap. When that truck left here, I said that thing's a dead truck walking, because it goes dead truck rolling, because when it goes to Phil's house, it goes to die. That's why I rescued that Valiant, even as much of a crap box as that Valiant was. You know, it still had some valuable parts on it, so that's why I wanted to rescue it from him. Because I'm gonna tell you something else, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But when Phil's time comes, here's what's gonna happen. All those bums he lives with up there, the roommate who's an abuser, and the Mexican neighbors who seem like nice people, and the druggy neighbors who bought that Mazda from me, here's what's going to happen. They're going to, since Phil has no will and nothing like that, no will whatsoever, they're going to find who his next relatives are, next to kin up there in Michigan, and somebody's going to come claim him, and they're going to cart his body off back to Michigan and throw him in a grave somewhere as cheap as they can. And anything he's got left at that house up there, at that trailer, since it's just there and there's no will, and probably even if there was a will, it wouldn't make any difference. That crap will be gone before 2 days are out. The truck will be gone somewhere. The motorcycle, which was broken, anything he's got up there is gone. It's out. And those people will drift away like roaches when the light comes on. And that sounds mean, but that's the truth. Because I've been up there enough around those people. I know people, and that's just the way they are. They're Phil's friend slash codependent slash leech. So they help him a little bit to get something out of him. See, that's the way it works. I know Kenneth White's saying, yep, I told you. I was the one who told you. Yep, I was right all along. I'm glad you finally realized this. Of course, Kenneth can't say anything right now because he's in timeout because he's too much of a jackass. But anyway, I've already known all that. So that's the way it is up there. They're codependent. They kind of grab the poor people up there, the worst of the worst poor people who don't work and don't do anything except sell drugs on the side. They gravitate to the one person that has some sort of an income coming in who's like just a little bit more stable than they are. So that's unfortunately for Phil, being as fun of a guy he is and as nice of a guy he is, and everybody loves him, and we should. That's his world. So I want you to understand that's how it is up there. So when his time comes, it's going to be like somebody snuffing the candle out. It's over. It's gone. He's gone. Everything's gone. It's over. We just have Uncle Phil's memories on YouTube. So that's why I don't like going up there. I don't like the people. I don't have anything against low-income people whatsoever. I know people who are intentionally low income who had money and got rid of it purposely. And I have no problem with good people, but those people up there, they're bums. They're leeches and bad hombres. Phil was actually thinking, get this, Phil was thinking he was going to adopt the illegal alien next door so he could stay in this country. And I thought, bud, I said, you know what, you lost it. You have totally, your cheese is slid off the cracker if you're thinking of doing that. Gotta go, guys. It's getting late. I know I'm putting these things up late, but in the summertime, I don't like to come in until I have to. So, gotta kind of live with it. Thanks so much for your support, and I hope you enjoy the new camera's effect on the videos. Like I said, I'm sorry that I can't improve me, but I'm as good as it's gonna get, I guess. So we'll see you on another one. Nice visiting with you. Bye.